this place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma.
I know it's difficult.
Naori.
What is this?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that comes.
Is this another memory?
What we did back then, all in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Elfin's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself?
But that power showed when I realized that but without a Maiden, I did what I could, but it was too late. With the destructive force, especially since that power was astral energy, in which case, that at least would hold the astral with the Sovereign and that's what the Renis Alma was lost. And Alfin, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden. To buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to... Please.
Wait, you can't just... Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through her?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's ability.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
It makes sense by that logic.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't! You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to...
Starting with a little game.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to...
Yeah!
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renin lore is bound to...
And they say modest...
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all on the... Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that she stopped. But then, that power... I'm so sorry.
You're wrong. What happened? You paid a heavy price. The reason you...
Is
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're...
I never dared know. The truth is, about a life, the touch of holding hands with Rinwell. Or giving love, embracing all the normal things. I always wished Is it really okay? I'm so scared. What if it...
That's not... I'm here to forget... We're going to... A normal... There are a lot of...
Yeah, it's such... I know, and it's for...
You're worth...
I believe you.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. Until our future is finally in our hands.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma.
Reveals the
Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Oh, once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in the machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renaissance. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Elfin, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found her. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Elfin. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting just here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand. Not today! Try harder!
Here goes! Let me help. Not in your dreams. Raging storm!
Now, Celestial
hammer!
Dragon Swarm!
Off my focus!
Double demon blade!
I can do this all day!
Come healing! Holy
Blow away!
Into the shadows!
Take this!
Mega ray!
I can carve through armor!
It's on! You're mine!
This one's mine!
Easter!
Dragon Shadow! Raging!
Here I go!
Healing armor! Celestial hammer! Annihilation!
Eternal Devastation!
Nothing gets by me!
Glacial Shield!
Here's evil!
Beast!
Chinese Freeze Laser! Raging Cascade!
Eagle
Ready!
I'm just getting started!
I'll heal you all! Not on my watch!
Lightning Thrust!
The water came up!
Solo dance!
Time
You're
away!
mine!
Burning Turn Portal! Hear my call!
Rip and tear!
Here's evil! Arcane
Ignite!
Waterfall! Freeze Lancer! Freeze Lancer!
No further!
Eagle Assault! Sorry.
Stay away from my friend!
Radiant
Dragon Swarm!
I'll bring you back.
Now you see what I can do!
Resuscitation!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm on it! I'm
You
just
have
getting
some
started!
terror in me!
Eagle Assault!
Searing Flame! Reload! Damn it! Out
Ready
of
for
the
attack!
Water!
Eagle
Hear
Eye!
my call!
Whirling
Dragon Swarm! In here! Where are you going? Water Hurricane!
Burn it out!
Will this help?
Double Demon Blade!
Healing Circle! More where that came from!
In a bind?
Dragon Swarm!
Trick it does it!
By the power of water! Tempest
Dragon Swarm!
Here's evil!
I'm on it!
Wind, here comes! Healing circle! Light up!
I'll smash you!
The flame inside me!
Here's evil!
Ignite!
That, I'll finish you here and now!
Supernova! Purge the laboratory!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Poodle.
Oh, you are gonna pay for that.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
All good things come to an end. It's time.
Ruin
No further.
There! Take it! Radiant! Here's a healing heart! Holy glass! Annihilate!
Inspiration!
Where are you going?
Do this all day.
Dragon Swarm!
I'm on it.
You're done!
Celestial hurricane! Radiant Ring!
Swordlane Alpha! Not today!
I can carve through armor.
You're mine!
Now I'm in the
I'm not
groove.
done! Eternal Damage!
I'm out of ammo!
Eagle
Dragon
Swarm!
Swarm! Eternal Devastation!
Now we're not
Dragon!
Take this.
Glitter Dragon! Far enough!
Now I'm in the groove.
More where that comes from!
Here
it goes!
I can do this all day.
Confiscated!
This one's all mine!
Here's
Burn
the
it up!
Here's it!
You're mine!
Glitter Dragon!
Okay!
Air
Dragon
Thrust!
Swarm!
A whirling struggle. Will this work? Winds of heaven! First
Ready and
healing
clear.
circle! In here!
I'll smash you.
Back and Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Now I'm in the groove.
Freeze Lancer!
Try harder!
Light Astral Energy! Illuminate the Here's evil!
In a bind.
Eagle Burn!
Eternal Devastation! Take it up!
Dragon Tail! Bring you down!
Rip and tear.
Eternal Devastation!
Here's a healing heart!
Burn!
Rip and tear.
Need to pull myself together. Gravitas Field!
Eat this. Rip and tear.
Here's a healing heart!
Dragon Swarm! Try harder!
Rip and tear. Armor won't save you.
Here's the evil!
Dragon
Dragon
Swarm!
Air not in your dreams! The flames will roar!
Prepare to be seized!
Eagle Fire! Hurry, Malevolent! Arcane
all mine.
Waterfall!
Eater!
Sleep now!
First strike! Dragon Swarm!
Hey!
In a bind.
Radiant Shield!
You're mine!
Raging Cascade! In here!
Try harder! Try harder!
It's not my finest.
You'll pay for that! Dragon Swarm! You're finished! Eternal Devastation!
Photon Raging
Take it.
Cascade! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! I'll be saving
Dragon
this way!
Swarm!
Raging Storm! Where would that
The
came from?
flame inside is yours to be let free!
Ice Crystal!
What's on you?
Dark Steel!
I owe you one!
Not in your dreams!
Freaking does it. Not my finest.
Take this! You're
Crushed up! I'll bring you back from
You're mine!
death's abyss! Waterfall!
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Heal you all!
This should do it!
I'll be saving this one! Here's a healing art! A wild struggle! Winds of heaven! First force!
Eternal Devastation! First strike!
In
Take this!
here!
I'm not done!
Eagle Fire! Here's a healing art! More rain from there! A whirling struggle!
You...
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Here's a healing art! First aid!
Smash you.
I owe you one!
Photon Blast! Raging Cascade! Super
Let you all down.
Seal!
Take this.
I'll be saving I'll bring you back from death's abyss! This one's mine!
Try harder!
I'll bring you back from death's
Dragon
abyss!
Swarm!
Resuscitation!
Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate the dark! This can't be happening!
Eat this!
Here goes!
Take this!
Rip and tear. I'm ready.
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life.
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Naturally, it was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Dana are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
It's too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Outfit!
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am...
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Voron, have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women, could they be the ones?
What? Those?
Whatever's stolen for the future's ours. We can head them off.
Did you say?
Voron mentioned a
If that monster...
Yeah.
So this...
They have the Renaissance.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the...
But seriously, I was not expecting Voron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Brennan's or Danon.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
What's with that shining foe over there?
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Engaging! Take this!
Healing circle!
Ignore! Ready to go! Fire in the hole!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Sighted!
No! You're mine! Damn it! Too fast!
10 seconds. I'll turn it up.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help.
Take
I
this!
can't heal you forever.
Anything in armor is all mine!
A whirling struggle.
Winds of heaven!
Force! Here's a healing arc.
Dragon Swarm!
First aid!
You picked the wrong fight, Bob! Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No backing down!
Flaming Thrust!
Far enough! A whirling struggle.
Dragon Swarm!
Here's
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
You require a hand.
Eagle Dive! No further!
Attack time!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial spear.
Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm!
Raging storm!
think see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Dance in the wind! Hear my call!
Oh, no, dead!
Hear my call!
I'll crush you!
Charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Leave it to you!
I'm on it!
Dragon Storm!
This one's mine!
I'm on it! Here I come! Crush!
Pierce evil!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Not today!
Purge
Eternal
malevolence!
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation!
Eternal devastation!
Prepare to be seized! In a vine?
Dragon Swarm! Take this!
Sleep now!
It's over!
Annihilation! Where that came from!
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Handle it!
Now you see what I can do!
Here I come! I'm not done!
These ones can run rings around us! Burning shield! More for the stockpile!
Dragon Swarm!
Burning
Crush!
Raging!
You're mine!
These ensnaring to me. Yeah?
Not today!
Pummeling to me!
Let the marksman handle this!
It's over! Eternal devastation!
Water! Hear my call!
Here I come!
Prepare to be seized!
Supernova! Photon
Can't get out of
burning
bed!
strike!
You're
Illuminate the
mine!
dark! Holy laser!
You're mine!
Evil! Freeze laser!
Dragon Swarm!
Retreat!
Strike! Eternal devastation! It's over! You're mine!
I can handle it!
We did not chance! Strike!
Freeze lancer!
Burn in hell!
Forward up!
You're mine! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case. What the?
The lights are all out.
Doe?
You two?
Faria, Avakir.
Avakir,
She doesn't remember a
he told me about Tarnigan, too.
What difference does it make?
Stop casting me!
Faria, not
So I can see. It's the city's You're an elite technician.
If so,
panic's begun to set, but this time not.
Forget the soft.
What's that supposed?
Suffice it to that is, if
Are you?
There's no time to...
We need to stop.
But how do we do?
Riots feed.
At ease. That's it.
Lennigus wouldn't have a next in.
correct. Avakir, once.
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lennigus. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Eldaman and Sia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lennigus, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the
I only pray the relief.
what you said earlier.
It's still too premature to say with any certainty.
But
I can believe it.
what about
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just...
I have business, but not as your...
But
I'm not sure yet. One in which people... Things like...
when I bumped, I feel like...
You go finish what...
Thank you. I guess you're not going...
Indeed.
The people of... Besides,
Sounds like you're...
How could I not? From this day, though, the memory...
remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits. Looks like the people of Lenegus can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made this... speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked?
That was nothing.